Air travel began as a frill for the traveler, morphed into a far more mass-market vehicle, and today often appears to be considerably more profit-oriented and less consumer-friendly. While airplanes have predominantly been upgraded and updated, most airlines have modified their interior design to introduce more seating at the expense of comfort and or service. Although items such as meal service, seat comfort, legroom, etc. may make sense on shorter runs in order to keep pricing down, and because the trip is short, unfortunately in most cases, prices have rarely been adjusted to the advantage of the average traveler. Consider the cost of things such as the shuttles on the Eastern Corridor or longer trips, and you will observe that most travelers have suffered, both in terms of comfort and services, as well as pricing. 1. Restricted free baggage limits. Do you remember the good old days when each passenger could check 2 bags free? Most airlines today limit size and weights for bags, and the vast majority charge for baggage even for the first bag. They then create a situation where travelers drag more and more on the plane, creating delays, discomfort, etc. Since this ends up costing the airline money, as well as creating customer displeasure. How does this policy make sense? The answer is simple. Airlines value the additional revenues far more than customer satisfaction. 2. Airplane configuration. I recently took a flight from Paris to New York on American Airlines. The airplane used was certainly not one of their most recent, and the configuration was such that the seats were narrow and with a minimum of legroom. And this was on an 8-hour flight. When was the last time you were on a flight lasting more than a couple of hours that did not have seat-mounted monitors for watching entertainment? Yet, this flight merely had their televisions mounted every few rows in the middle of the plane, so that in this 2-aisle airplane, those sitting on the sides, aisle or window, had minimal visibility, and no one had the opportunity to select what they might watch. Having 10 days before taken a flight from New York to London on the same airline, where while the seats were certainly not comfortable, yet they were bearable, and the monitors were at every seat. Why would anyone want to select this airline when there were better options available? 3. Pricing. Despite considerably lower fuel costs and higher passenger levels, the level of service has consistently dropped, but the price keeps rising. While in the shorter run, the airline enhances its profitability, what image does that create in the mind's eye of travelers? In the late 1970s, air travel was deregulated, with the stated purpose being to create a more competitive environment, and therefore benefit the traveler. Is there anyone who believes that objective has been met?